Hello, faithful, and welcome to another episode of White Throne Metal Radio's Top 10, and we're going to look at top 10, well, not really a top 10, but 10 albums that were done as a one-off. I had such a good response with this on a previous show, I thought we'd do another one, as you're looking at some other cobbled-together images there, of different bands, Impellitteri and Tourniquet and Saint and so on. I thought we would talk about 10 albums and give you some song clips where you can actually hear. Maybe you remember them, maybe you don't. So let's get cracking, and we'll talk about 10 songs. I'll play some clips from these 10 records and a little Leviticus there. And hey, here's something you haven't seen much of. The original His Festival Flyer. So, and this one here, White Throne Metal Radio number 3. Here we go. Album 1, First Strike, came out 1984 on Exit Records, produced by Mr. Mike Rowe of the 77s. Melodic hard rock metal. It's good. It's a good poppy sounding record. A couple of these tracks might be a little heavier, but it's a good disc. It has never been reissued on CD. A couple of labels have tried, but nobody. There are just issues, I guess, in the band. Certain people don't want the album to be reissued. So, First Strike, Rock of Offense from 1984. The second album is a solo album from a member of Leviticus. This is Bjorn Stigson's solo album called Together with Friends from 1987. Really needs to be remastered and reissued. Some really great sounding melodic hard rock heavy metal. Bjorn had both Sonny Larson and Peo doing vocal trade-offs on that album. Absolutely a great hard rock heavy metal album from 1987. Here's one from 2008. Members of the band Crush and a few others. I hadn't heard this. It's modern sounding, it's down-tuned, it's heavy, it's groovy, it's stricken. This was available on Rox Records. It is out of print. It's a great album of modern sounding heavy metal. Stricken, 2008. Now here's something that was recommended to me by a listener, and you know who you are. This is Zaxxas from 1995. It's on Noise Records. A great progressive melodic metal record. Lots of cool sounding stuff on here. Personally, when this album came out, I was in no man's land. I wasn't listening to any of this stuff. One album on Noise Records. What a cool album. The album art's give or take, but that's okay. Another one here, another one-off featuring the vocals of Mr. Rob Rock of Impellitteri, Fires of Babylon. Straightforward heavy metal with members of Wolfsbane. Also from 2008. Originally on Metal Heaven, came out also on Retroactive Records. More heavy than melodic, but it's a great album, great production, great songwriting. Fires of Babylon, one album, one off, from 2008. Another record from about 2008 is Faith Factor, Against a Darkened Sky. Heavy, not melodic so much, but straightforward heavy metal. Great vocals. Very in-your-face type heavy metal. They did release an EP. I used to have a file of one of the songs called Prayer Warriors, and I wish I could find it. It is a great song. I ought to put that in here if I could. Great song. Faith Factor, Against a Darkened Sky. It was on Retroactive. Now here's something from 1989, Light Force, Mystical Thieves. This album, if it had been released in 1984 or 1982, it would be right there. But it came out in 89, and the vocals have that heavy accented sound to them. Raw. Very raw. It was a pure metal release that was independent. Bro for Mortification had been involved with Light Force. A 30th anniversary compilation was released last year, or 2 years ago, in the last year or two. Good stuff. Now something a little more melodic. From 1991. This is Siloam, Sweet Destiny. Kind of like Skid Row, I guess. Very produced, sounds great. They were from Canada. Again, if this album came out in 1988, it'd be all over. This was reissued, I believe, through Retroactive Records in last year, 2019. You can get it now if this is of interest to you. Good stuff from Siloam. I was a band I missed, frankly. Here's another band that independent release originally was Malachia. There was an EP. And then they released everything. It was kind of remixed, remant, whatever. Again, independently, Red Sunrise. Kind of Queensryche, obviously, in the vocal department. But Rox Records released a compilation of both the original EP and the album. So you get multiple versions of songs. And you can definitely hear the difference. But this was a one-off. I mean, you totally could have missed this. They played at the Metal Mardi Gras in 1987. Good stuff. That's album number 9. Malachia, Red Sunrise. Again, that was a Rox. Here's one straight up 1994 on Intense Records. Greg CHAISSON. It's About Time. Bluesy, hard rock. Greg was the bass player for Badlands. and he played bass for Red Sea as well as Die Happy on the second album.
Choice to walk the walk. I was on my way down.
Melodic, great, straightforward, bluesy hard rock. I hope you've enjoyed this top 10. Give me a like, subscribe, and God bless and say your prayers.